Hi, my name is Anna Kinder, and today I'm giving a speech about the similarities between Greek and Norse mythology. Do me a favor and, in your mind, imagine the realization of monsters, of gods and togas and goddesses with powers beyond your belief. In a world where a cyclops could be around your next corner, or a kraken could make an appearance at your next beach trip. These are the worlds of Greek and Norse mythology. These religions have shaped our image of mythological creatures and stories from ancient civilizations. These religions, however, may not be as different from one another as you may think. The similarities between these ideologies are uncanny when you examine them broadly. Personally, I have been extremely interested in these two religions for several years now. I have even visited the Museum of Fine Arts in Boston, which is a large collection of Greek artifacts connecting to their mythologies. My research has shown me just how related these religions are, from powers, hierarchies, and origin stories to ideals of fate, and the faiths shown a plethora of parallels between each other. Daniel McCoy wrote The Viking Spirit. In The Viking Spirit, he described how Norse mythology focuses on war and conquering, and how their gods reflect these things. Asgard was the place where all the gods lived, ruled by their leader Odin. Odin held the highest amount of power, followed by his wife Frigg, and then his children. Each god of the Norse mythology has separate traits that describe each aspect of life and are worshipped accordingly. Greek mythology focuses mainly on health and prosperity, as their gods also reflect. Mount Olympus is where they lived and was forbidden to humans. Power concentration here reflects that Zeus held the highest amount of power with his wife, and then followed by his children and his brothers, kept in the family. Their godly traits also reflected how each of the gods showed different aspects of life. As Daniel McCoy reflects in his book, he shows how before Odin existed, there was only fire and ice, and the German creation who created all of the chaos. Odin destroyed Yerman and then created peace amongst the realm. After doing so, he then created all the gods and all of humanity. Greek pre-god universe consisted of only chaos, which created Zeus's mother and father, who he then killed to create peace among the realm and rule the entire realm. Human creation then came from Zeus after he tasked Prometheus and Athena to create humanity. Plato once wrote, according to Greek mythology, humans were originally created with 4 arms, 4 legs, and 2 faces. Fearing their powers, Zeus split the 2 separate parts, condemning them to spend their lives searching for the other half. Norse people believed that the gods had no hand in their fate, that their fate was created by the Nords, Urd, Verdi, and Skuld. Urd meaning the past, Verdi meaning what is presently coming, and Skuld meaning what shall be. The Greek people also believed that the gods had no hand in their fate, that the Moirai, or fate, Clotho, Lycius, and Atropos controlled their fates. Clotho would spin the thread of life, Lycius would decide how long it was, and Atropos would cut it. So, now that we've discussed and gone over all the different beliefs and aspects of these 2 mythologies, let's just recap and discuss. So, we've learned different things about both of these, but how can you compare them? The power hierarchies show considerable comparisons, starting with the fact that both have power concentrations that are derived from their kings' families. In both of these mythologies, the gods live in separate places or a different realm where the humans are forbidden to go, and only the gods can live there. In each also possess separate traits that affect different aspects of human life, and both of the cultures of their god powers are reflected in the individual focuses of their societies. The origin of creation of both worlds and humanity coincide well with one another. Odin is mythologically legend to destroy his creator and to rule, and Zeus killed his father in order to do the same. Both societies also attribute the creation of humanity to either Odin or Zeus, who are the parallel gods of each mythology. Both believe that the gods have no hand in their fate. Both believe that there are three preeminent beings, usually depicted as women, that are the sole dividers of their fates. I have listed just a few of the close similarities that the Norse and Greek mythologies have shared. After listening to my speech on this topic, I hope that you can see and agree with me that they both have unconcernable similarities. I hope you can all agree that these are not as different as they appear on the surface, and that it is at least slightly comparable, that the comparisons between the two have many different similarities. Today, we have hundreds of different religions, and more than a handful of those are really similar. But when confronted with one another, they often act like complete opposites, and even at sometimes enemies. I really hope that this speech has helped you to understand that superficial ideas are not always as different as they appear, and that underneath there can be tons of different similarities.